Great. So I'm welcoming all of you to today's journey with body graph readings, and I want to light these incense just in calling in all the good spirits, calling out all the unnecessary energies. So we're all diving into the frequency of the correctness and beauty and good smells, and we enjoy whatever is coming to all of us, and may us serve each other with our presence, and may us inspire each other with our presence. So this is my wish for today, for the now, and I hope you all come with the great questions. I'm putting it here so it stands, not goes around. And let's start. Let's start. Who wants to start? Actually, Aniko was here yesterday, so I see that you're already ready. Your mic is already on. So
Time yesterday, I was thinking that I always confused with this time changing, and I just logged in at 7, and I was watching that it's already running 1 hour, so I don't want to
to
like
me,
uh, questioning and anything because I was not sure how was the process, so I was
yeah,
just listening.
yeah, great, great, great. So share your question or your observation or dilemma or anything you want to bring to the table today.
I have this, uh, I can say like 20 or 10 years dilemma.
Oh,
that
oh, oh, and while you are talking, actually, let's start with your birth data because I
uh,
have your birth data.
it's 20 of May,
Mm-hmm.
year 85.
Mm-hmm.
Birthplace Dunajska Streda in Slovakia,
To Slovakia.
and the time is 23:45.
Okay, I have it. Yes, so please continue.
So I'm changing like work and profession like all the time. Like it's like 1 year and 2 years, but after some time, I always feel like I don't belong there, and it's not my place. I don't want to do this and that. But when I was younger, like 20 years ago, it was like fun. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, and it was easy to change, and I was able to do anything. But now I feel like overwhelmed with all these, new inputs, and to face the new people, the new place, to learn. And I always have this feeling that I kind of don't belong anywhere. I don't know if you understand.
Yes, of course I
This
understand.
year it
And
was like too heavy. Like normally it was like changing and it was okay, but this year I got really sick, like sick, like totally burnout and depression and everything, and it was like it's still too heavy for me, and I'm not able even to think about new job or trying to something, figuring out and pushing myself to do something.
it's quite interesting because I was going to ask you if you have a tendency for melancholy and depression, and you kind of answered before I asked you. And you see, if we look at your design, the first thing that catches the eye is that all of your channels, all of your life force is kind of in the center.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have three channels and they're all beautifully aligned in the very center of the body graph. And what it actually means is that all those channels, they belong to this I know, I don't know energy. So everything in your life is around I know, I don't know, I know, I don't know. And there are many properties in this frequency, but I'm focusing specifically on this one because your incarnation cross, and incarnation cross, it's actually the field in human design which is about the purpose. Yeah. So if you see, it's called the cross of uncertainty. And actually, what you are saying is exactly you're transmitting the frequency of your purpose. Your purpose is not to know. Your purpose is to question. Every time you are trying to grasp the knowledge and stay there, it's just gonna like a sand through the fingers. It's gonna slip through the grasping and move on. So I would focus on things that, first of all, nothing to do with knowing, because when you're trying to know, yeah, it's always going to disappear. Yeah, so shifting the paradigm, the thought paradigm would be the beginning of your process. Yeah, so shifting the focus from I need to know, because that is your pattern, and that's the pattern that you are looping. Yeah, I'm saying looping because you have a 24th gate, and this is like a champion gate for looping thought forms. Yeah, so you're constantly like stuck in one thought, and it's almost like impossible to jump out of it until it's resolved. Yeah, do you understand what I'm talking about?
It's how I live.
That's that's exactly how you live. And your mind tells you.
Yeah, always trying to figuring out what to do, how to do, and this feeling that I need to know the next
Exactly.
step, the 10 steps forward or anything. But this knowing, it's terrible.
It's absolutely your mental trip. Yeah, and it's not like it's going to go away. I'm not telling you stop doing it, because you can't stop doing it. What I'm saying, and I'll repeat it again, and guys, I think it can be very important for everybody, is that are you able to see your thoughts and not give them energy? Because that's where your freedom starts. Your freedom starts if you're able to catch that thought and not believe it. Because you will never know. And everything you do know only happens in the now.
Mm.
It only happens in the now. The next now, that knowledge is irrelevant. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's why when you seriously taking, your hobbies and jobs as something that you might do forever, you already lost it.
Mm.
You literally already lost it. So that's why what I'm telling you is that enjoy, learn to enjoy your uncertainty, and learn to enjoy your not knowing, which is, of course, a huge path. It's like I'm sitting here and smiling and doing this, like a casual recommendation, but I know this is a lifetime skill that I'm talking about. I use the word skill because you have a gate of skill, 16, and it is the gate that's in your moon. So you are motivated by gaining skills. Gain skills that you respond to, skills that show you your power. Show you your power. I would say anything that allows you to embody your resourcefulness. If you're taking jobs, take jobs that you don't do shifts. That's what I would say. That you have same schedule.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not like morning shift, evening shift. This is something that can kill you. Yeah, if you ever did shift jobs before, you
Yeah,
probably will know what I'm talking about.
here what killed me. Like not the day and night, but it was not like every day. It was 2 days, 2 days not working, 3 days, and it was no structure in that, and I was losing it.
Yeah.
What time is my time, and when I need to rest, I'm not able. And I figured out that I need to do like short shifts, but every day. Not I cannot do this 2 days working, 3 days.
Every day, repetitive, coming back same time, leaving same time, that is something that will allow you to kind of
Yeah.
relax, inner relaxation. Yeah, so this inner relaxation, inner space happens when you are in this ritualistic, repetitive schedule. Yeah,
Mm.
that is something really, really, really fundamental for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is, I would say, recommendation. And again, your purpose is to embody the uncertainty. Your purpose is literally, go through a lot of change, finding satisfaction in
Mm.
that you are changing all the time. Embracing melancholy, because there is a lot of it in your design. So learn to find also this inner peace
Mm.
in melancholy. And there are a lot of role models in life that can show you that. Musicians, artists that embrace melancholy and really show that it's nothing bad about feeling blue, about feeling black and white. It's okay. Yeah, of course, there's I can just about melancholy talk for hours. And in fact, I wrote quite a beautiful article you can find on melancholy on my website
Okay, I will check it.
that can also inspire you to be okay with that. Yeah, because our culture says, don't worry, be happy. And if you're not happy, you gotta worry. And unfortunately, it's not the case. It's not the case in reality. Yeah, so see where you can dive into this 3D world to be able to hear it, to be able to be inspired by it. And when it happens, then you are also able to be inspirational role model. Yeah, but first, please follow the recommendations that I gave you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we had Annika, and now who wants to go? Wow, Aldebaran, what a great surprise to see you. Hello, hello.
Hello.
My dear astrologer colleague is here. Yeah. Oh, and Maria, I didn't see when you entered. So good. Wow, fantastic. So, who was I will be asking you in the how to say order of appearance. Who showed up first? Yeah. So, those of you who joined Eunice, yes, please. Can you?
Hi.
Yeah. Hello, hello. Uh,
Look, I'm actually in my closet because I had to come check the time of birth on my birth certificate in my file.
okay. So you found it?
Yes.
Great. So what's your date? Let's start with the date.
June 17th, 1971.
June 17,
Mhm.
1971.
71.
Yeah.
The time of birth is 7:48, so that's 1948, I think. 13, 14, 15, 16,
48.
18,
And where?
19. Queens,
Uh-huh.
Queens,
Okay,
New York.
let's start with America.
New York,
So
yeah.
it's New York State, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Queens, I found it. Okay,
Yes.
great. So please share.
Uh, share what?
Share what you want me to talk about
Oh,
when I'm looking at your chart.
actually, wanted you to be next because I was listening to the First Lady, and my story sounds familiar to hers. But I do know a little bit about my human design, and I've been experiencing it for the last few years. So I'm a manifester. Um, and I've been learning more and more. Like I've gotten away from studying it too much. I just wanted to live it. And so I see the benefits and how I do things. And so I think the biggest part is to just believe and have faith um in that things will come to me in my life that will help me out instead of trying to keep getting into trouble and wondering why people are acting or reacting to me in certain ways, and being miserable about it. I don't have to be miserable about it. as far as work and what I'm supposed to be doing in life. That is being shown to me more and more clearer. I had an intuitive coach tell me about a month or two ago the positions that actually will fit me and my lifestyle. And one of them is consulting. Um, as you probably know, manifestors, they we do come up with the ideas and things. So um, I was studying to be a coach, a body mind coach. But I was like, how am I going to do that when I like to just tell people what to do? So a consulting position is perfect for me because I can actually kind of tell people what to do without telling them what to do, which people get offended by. So that's just a small part of what I'm figuring out now.
Mhm. So as a proper manifestor, you don't have a question, you just have a sharing and informing.
Yes, exactly. I also learned that. I was like, it's hard for another coach to coach a manifester. In the sense that, we want the coaching and we kind of get drawn to people, certain people. But then, a few minutes into it, we actually become the coach because the
Yeah, it's
ideas are,
fascinating. Yeah.
yeah, are coming to us. And we actually know, I guess, but if we're not familiar about our human design, we kind of feel in I don't know, unsafe, or because people reacted to us in a certain way all our lives and we didn't understand why.
I have a question actually to you regarding your sharing, because at some point you said that you were kind of waiting for things to show up in your life. Why did you say that?
um Not necessarily wait for things to show up, but we can be confident that the things will show up at the right time. We don't have to be worried. Um, you know
It's
that.
interesting that I asked you question,
Uh-huh.
Eunice,
Yes.
and you are answering with we. You're answering with
Oh.
this collective/tribal voice. Yeah, it's just
Uh-huh.
observation. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Because your voice is kind of defined with two channels. One of them is tribal and one of them is collective. But in fact, your main gate, the 12th gate in your personality sun, is the gate of the individual. It's individual gate.
Mhm.
And I assume that may be your biggest challenge in life, yeah, is where am
Oh,
I
yeah.
standing and where is all this community around me, all those people? Am I the voice of the tribe? Am I the voice of the humanity? Or am I here to basically speak myself and speak my voice? And that might be quite a challenge, and
Mhm.
if you're not sure, if you're not fixed on your profession and you are still kind of looking around, well, your coach was quite right in terms that your job is absolutely has to do with your voice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
Coach.
actually in my career for 25 years. I'm a wellness professional, and I did learn that I rather be one-on-one with a client. I did learn that I rather have one-on-one services or one-on-one, training, groups. I don't particularly like groups, so I guess that's where the individual
Can you
comes in.
can you can you say what exactly doesn't work for you in the groups?
Um, Trying to, be put in a group and everybody has to work as a group. I rather work individually and then submit my portion to the group if I need to.
Oh, okay. I meant
Yeah.
when I was asking you, what I
Hmm.
thought is you as a practitioner not
Hmm.
working one-on-one, but you are kind of guiding and leading the group.
Oh yeah. And then I was gonna ask you, maybe that's from my incarnation cross and me wanting to help people a lot and me concerned with humanity and concerned with just people in the world.
Mm, I wouldn't say that your incarnation cross is that of the savior of the world. No,
Mhm.
no,
Okay.
no, no. Savior of the world more belongs to those who have fifth line in their profile. So
Okay.
people with the fifth line in the profile, those are the people with like this transpersonal vision. You are still personal. Yeah, fourth line is a very personal profile.
Mhm.
So maybe that's where the one-on-ones are coming from and all these like network and being together, like that part. Even though yeah, your dynamics of being with people and being alone is something that very, very, very much defines those impulses of realizations that navigate your inner journey, yeah, as a manifestor who is later to come out with some kind of initiation and manifestation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, is literally your ability to find, yeah, also externally, but also internally space where you are alone, completely alone. Uh, do
Mhm.
do you do that?
Yes.
Yeah. And
I enjoy being alone now. I
and
can't
now
wait
the
to get
next
home.
question, what do you
Uh,
do when you're alone?
Um, I'm constantly like, well, a lot of times I'm sleeping. We need a lot of rest. So I am comfortable now in resting. Like I don't have anxiety about resting.
Mhm. Great, great. That's a great
Um,
start.
yeah. And right now, I have a full schedule of like learning things. I have a couple of courses to take to expand my business, um, things like that, and constantly
So
thinking. Hmm.
why I'm asking, I am very precise intention why I'm asking, because it's very different, the quality, almost like the texture of aloneness. And whether you allow aloneness that is empty of external information or not. Yeah, and you say you learner, yeah, you have, quite a few first lines in your design. So you might like to study a lot. Yeah, and of course you need to upgrade for your profession. There's no question about it. Again, you have a channel of, you actually have the whole stream, yeah, of this mm, constant upgrading of yourself, learning new skills, repeating, seeing what doesn't work, upgrading that part, yeah, going into next level with your skills. All of it is there, yeah, and I don't want to take it away from you. So I'm just saying it so you get me right. But
Hmm.
what I'm saying is how much emptiness are you allowing in your life? Yeah, just like you say, resting, you're not with the phone or maybe not with the book, but you're in that emptiness because that emptiness is what gives you a true possibility to hear that
Hmm.
manifestation being born from inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I would really love to wish you. Yeah, because Eden, yeah, your cross of Eden. I don't know. So yesterday I don't think I even talked about crosses, and today I'm kind of looking at the cross and I see that. I mean, Eden is the place that you are being kicked out from. Yeah, so your whole journey and your whole purpose is kind of being born with that inner matrix of that perfection that you know exists, but you're not there. Yeah. So maybe that's why also wellness is something you do your whole life. It's like you basically came here to go through all the mutations just to come back to that perfection, just to come back to that paradise again. Yeah. And by the way, the paradise itself, yeah, is very misinterpreted term. Yeah, those of you who know Hebrew, and there is a couple of you here, yeah, know that paradise is actually a kind of a distorted translation from pardes, which has four letters in ancient kind of Jewish Hebrew Aramaic language, which means 4 levels of perception of reality. Yeah, like P is like the lowest one, and S, I mean, Pshat, Drash, all of this, I don't even want to seem smart, but I just want to tell you that why I'm telling you this is that coming back to paradise in its essence is entering the essence of reality, is realizing, not mentally, but through your whole being, that what you see is not necessarily the end of it, that there is more to this life. And if you are able by your life to embody that paradise, is always see and therefore show to the world that in everything there is more than you think, that there is more that you perceive with your 6 senses, or maybe even with the 6 senses. Look at each sense, yeah, and see how deep you can go to each of them, and therefore to embody that depth, yeah, of perception of reality, of what it is. And because it's in the quarter of civilization, it means you gotta also bring it to 3D, to the very essence of life itself, yeah, which we are spirits in the form. So to bring that state of depth and wide width into life, and you have the gate of depth, yeah, 48, even though you might not know about it, yeah, because it's red unconscious, but it is there. So that's what you are here for, and your main tool is acoustics, yeah, is your voice, is the sound, is the mm, when you really align with yourself, you can talk poetry, not in just like rhyme sense, but your words may embody, that people mutate and awaken just by the fact, yeah, that you're aligned with yourself. So whatever you are doing, I would highly recommend you to expand your voice abilities. So you can talk not just from the throat and from the chest, so you can talk from the belly, to expand in the depth of your voice. And that's when your true mutative powers will be awakened. Yeah.
I'm laughing because I wanted to take a voice coach course um, and or a voiceover. Yeah, I was looking at that. I thought I think I could sing, so I was like, oh, if I get money, I'll take singing lessons. But let me ask you real quick, just the last question. So you said you want me to go into the emptiness?
Not necessarily emptiness, but in the space where you do not consume information from the outside.
Okay. So I guess in the past couple of months, I have taken myself off of social media. I don't have TV. I haven't had TV in years, and I don't want it. Yeah. But it's interesting. This past few months, yeah, I've been more and more moving away from just too much information.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, wishing to all of us in certain extent, and to balance it, because we cannot be completely detached from reality,
No.
be in the
Right.
bubble, and at the same time knowing when enough is enough, especially with a undefined sacral center, is the huge wisdom. So yeah.
Well, I noticed that, and I realized that I did connect myself to certain avenues where I'll get the information that I need when I need it, like through email or
Exactly.
yeah.
It's all coming. It's all coming.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Eunice, for your
Thank
sharing. And I hope that was helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Who else? Who was the next one in the room? Pia? Yeah, please.
Hey.
Hello, hello. Would you share your data first?
Yes, so I'm born 21st of June, 1999.
June
Yes.
21st, 99. Okay, and the time?
The time is 2:40 p.m.
Mm-hmm. And
And
wait,
Slovenia, in Kran. It's like K-R-A,
J in the end.
Kran.
Yeah, mental projector.
Yes.
Yeah, please feel invited to share.
No, I felt inspired because you just talked about the voice. So I'm a singer and I work on the radio, so I do basically everything with my voice. But what I noticed, like in the latest time, that when I'm surrounded with people that I don't really connect to or I don't feel comfortable, my voice gets strained. And I feel like I cannot express, like, and I cannot be playful. I get like dull. And it's really frustrating because, like, when I meet new people, I sometimes just want to be quiet, but at the same time, I know that I want to be like a part of it, but I didn't find a way to like
Just go
approach.
away.
Sorry?
You don't find a way to just go away from those people?
Yeah, maybe. No, but like, yeah, also. No, but it's more that like I feel like people can just like be themselves and express, but I get like, and also it affects my voice. Then it's like I'm coughing and yeah. And I can really feel the surroundings. It's like everywhere I go, I can uh, like I can read it, and sometimes it's a lot.
So what is your question?
How to be more expressful, not without matter of surroundings. Yeah, no?
Not in this system, at least.
Ah,
Because other systems, so for example, if you will go to people who work with energy or body techniques or psychologists or no, maybe psychologists not, but more like people who work with energy and stuff, they will tell you you have to protect yourself. Yeah, so that would be general recommendation. Everybody will tell you different thing because that is the most common, because I know it. I was like this myself a lot. I also open G, yeah, and open head. You at least have defined ajna and throat, me not. And I have it as well. I have it exactly what you have. I live it. Absolutely. I absolutely live with it.
Are you mental projector?
No, I'm not mental projector. I'm energy projector. I have three motors defined. My throat is undefined, and I have my personality sun in the throat, yeah, in the 16th gate that you have defined as well. And I know exactly how it is that in certain environments I'm just nothing. There's like nothing.
Oh,
So there are two ways to deal with it. That I discovered, and they're not really human design related. I mean, no, first one is human design related. Just get out of there. Yeah,
Okay.
just leave the space that is not resonant with you, because most likely, if you feel uncomfortable around certain people, it equals to you are not invited. And not being invited, what it means is you're not given any energy, because invitation is energy.
Okay.
You know, I'm creating an international human design festival, and this year I want to do something absolutely extraordinary. I want to invite the top projector teachers that are known to humanity,
Okay.
bring them together, the oldest ones, yeah, and just talk about that. Talk about what is really invitation, to see and to prove my own theory that everybody understands it differently, slightly differently. Yeah, there are micro differences, and actually, guys, girls, it's for everybody. Yeah, it's for all of us. That strategy and authority, yeah, respond for generators, inform for manifestors, wait for invitation for projectors. They're understood in a completely different way by different professionals, and they are explained differently. Yeah, I create that festival. I organize it for already like 5 years, you know, and I always had these individual lectures, and I very much encourage teachers talk about it individually, but I never had that kind of a round table or almost like debate, yeah,
It
space,
was like all projectors.
that there would be only projectors
Wow.
one day only manifestors, one day only generators. Yeah, we have 4 days, so we have 4 types. And that is something fundamental, you know, because as the way I understand and live invitation, that I can be invited, but there may not be energy behind that invitation, and that invitation is not correct.
So
And
how,
that's already subtle. That's how do you feel? That's a
yeah,
good question. How do you feel? You feel. Just focus on that question. Just by the fact that you start discovering that layer of reality, you already have an answer. Yeah, just like I was saying to Eunice, yeah, just watch that space of nothingness. Just start watching if you are in a space of nothingness, because it's not something that can be taken for granted. Yeah, so watch, because if there is energy for you, yeah, that person can be from different world, they live in a different bubble, they give you energy, you will always be able to express yourself.
so I will know it. Like, but also because I'm a mentor projector, as far as I understand, is that I need to take decisions with a lot of thinking. And so if I get an invitation, which happened now in the last days, I got invitation for one project from many people, and like now I don't know how to take this decision. Like either I need to sleep through it or like think a lot about it, because I don't have this feeling like yes or no. Like I'm always like, let me take some time.
No,
And
Pia, no, 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 no. I don't know with whom you did. Have you ever had a reading?
no, I checked it like myself.
That's
Yeah.
why, you know, this is why it's dangerous. It's really dangerous, you know. I, of course, invite you to have a reading with me, yeah, or with anybody else who is certified with IHDS school, because this is the foundation. Yeah, strategy and authority is foundation. And the mental projector, the worst thing you can do is to be mental and to think about things.
Oh wow,
Absolutely
really?
opposite. Your inner authority is absolutely opposite. You need to unload your thought, unload it, bring it out. And once you're bringing it out, you start hearing. And once you start
Like you're
hearing,
talking?
you need to talk, and you need to talk to several people about the same thing in order to get the clarity.
But it's also thinking, like I need to like reflect on it.
No, no, no. It's not your thinking. Your mind is not for you. In fact, yeah, just to make it universal for everybody who is present here, look at your charts. If you have head center defined or ajna center defined, everybody should know your mind is not for you. Mind is outer authority. It's not inner authority. The mind is outer authority. What is outer authority? Is authority to listen to or to hear, but not to act on. Not to act on. So what do I mean by that? The mind has a very specific function. It is analytical, it's cause and effect. Of course, there are different ways of analysis that we see through the gates and channels, yeah, but the mind is to bring cause and effect. It's here to measure, it's to compare, it's to calculate, but it's not to make a decision. And that's why we can consider outer authority, the mind, or other people, or systems, or whatever, philosophies, you name it, religions. Mind is outer authority. It cannot be inner authority. So therefore, yeah, the mind is literally, yeah, so you know, partially why I'm doing these webinars is because I want to invite those who resonate with me for a longer process that is similar to what I'm doing here, but way more focused. You know, when we together, but each one individually discovers what is their goal. because what you think you want is not necessarily what you want. Like we are being promoted all these goals out there, get money, get fame or whatever. Yeah, have a dream relationship and all of that bullshit, that has nothing to do with most of us, with most of why we are here for. Yeah, and then to slowly reach that either state or the goal. It's different for everybody. I'm, for example, not a person of goals, but it doesn't mean I'm not going anywhere. I am going somewhere. So these are all the details. And to be able to speak in this safe space, yeah, that is there. And for you, it's literally perfect because you need other people to listen to you without giving you all these like do this, do that, because that's what most people think.
So
Most,
when I
yeah.
get an invitation, it's not enough that I just take time for myself and feel it and think it. I have to like find the people who are close to me and consult with them.
No, not
No?
consult, because
Just talk.
consulting means I'm telling you what to do. Who am I to tell you what to do? Or other people, even your own mother. Nobody can tell you what to do, but they all can create this space to be like a soundboards for you.
But everybody gives just a little like from their perspective advice.
Exactly.
But how should I then get like a decision from
Huh.
talking with people?
Because the more you talk with different people, the more you get those pixels, yeah, just like you said, these little things, and those pixels then create the full picture. And once you are present, yeah, because there are many nuances, yeah, of course, there are many, many nuances to that. Yeah, to your other gates, to this and that, yeah. That's why, reading is like 2 or 4 hour process where you get all those nuances. But that's the main thing that I'm offering you here, yeah, is mental projector, which is, by the way, is not really called mental. Today it's called environmental. Yeah, they changed the name a little bit. For
Wow.
you, it's all about being in the correct environment. And guess what? That's exactly what you asked.
Yeah.
That's
I
exactly
get really frustrated even if like the environment feels like wrong or the colors or
yeah.
like I need to have it the way I want it a lot of times and it's tiring. But also this like talking with a lot of people about it, it's also exhausting, I feel.
Yeah,
Like
because it's very specific people that you gotta talk. And like look at your G center. Have you ever seen such a thing that in G center you have almost all gates defined? And at the same time, it's undefined. And at the same time, all those gates aren't personalities on Earth. So you're all about G Center. And that was actually my second recommendation. Yeah, because I'm getting practical here and I really want to give tools in this framework that we have. So the first I said, get out of there if the environment is not correct for you. And environment equals people who are inhibiting that environment. And the second recommendation, when you really have a message and you have no choice and you double or triple checking that you have no choice, it needs to be conveyed to this reality. Just tune to your heart. Just tune to your real heart. And to me, this is something that mainly misunderstood by this world. Because everybody today is obsessed about the self and loving the self and doing all these, spas, massages, coaches, and all that stuff just to love themselves with no understanding that the true self starts when the I is gone.
Okay. Can I just ask what do you mean by defined G, but like with all of the numbers? So what does it mean if it's like super full?
That your mind thinks that the place is very important.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And it is one of, and there's more to it. But it is definitely something that brings a lot of pressure in your life. And that's what you came with. That's exactly what you came with.
Sure.
So it's not a coincidence, Pia, that
I believe it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, sure. Eunice, you were raising hands.
You said when the I is gone. What do you mean, the eyes or the I person?
The ego.
The
Yeah,
ego.
I mean the ego, because
Okay.
most of what we think about the self as the
Mhm.
self has nothing to do with the self.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking. Okay, so who are we going to have next? Anybody wants to step in? That's your time. By the way, Deb D, is that Deborah Danilov? Is that you?
It is me. I just had to sign on and watch your brilliance at work.
Wow, that's like, okay, Deborah took a course with me like 110 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible. So good to see you. You have a new space. You had to, you used to.
Yeah, yes, I do. I have a new space. Yes, yes. No, I just love listening to you. Yeah, I'm watching. This is great.
Okay, great, great. Very, very happy to see you. So, it's your time, girls.
Okay, I can ask since I put in the comments while I was listening to Aniko. So she has the 16 gate like me. I mean, I don't know, you have my chart, but I
I
can
have,
tell you.
I'm looking for it exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So I recognize that I have 16 the same. I mean, also like that gate. So my question is, you mentioned about like don't take jobs with shifts. So was that connected to that gate or no? Was I misunderstood that?
No, I said that because she had a gate 5 in her design, and
Okay.
that was what is called a gate of fixed rhythms. So, and you actually have 15. So it's exactly the opposite. Like the fixed rhythm is the last thing you want to have in your life.
Okay, because I was like, okay, this confuses me. But okay, no, since we already like now, I also just joined in to listen to you because I miss you.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, I don't have any particular, I guess, question that I came with, but mm, mm, mm. I'm now just I wanted to check because I asked this question, so I wanted to see if that is it. But yeah, that I don't know what I want to ask you since I just came to
Everything
listen.
goes well, relationship goes well.
Yes, we started to live together.
Oh, wow, that's fast. Amazing. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank
Enjoy,
you.
enjoy, enjoy. Yeah, today's world is like everything just happens so fast and
Yeah, exactly. No, like I'm same where we left after our I mean same as we left, like with I guess still focused on the career, still confused, still undecisive what I'm gonna do out of like 3 millions of things that I'm doing. Uh still yeah, I guess struggling with choosing and like really knowing that I need to like at least focus on one thing and start building it. Because I feel like I definitely have so many things open. So yeah, just that.
yeah, enjoy the flow. And as an MG, you don't have to be limiting yourself to anything that is just one thing. And you're juggling this wonderful with being super artists, creating clothing, creating parties, creating photography, creating many, many more
Oh,
space.
okay, I have now remembered one question. When we look at the chart, and when like the red and the black, like the design and the personality, uh, when we read the gate, like what is it? So it depends, like, and it is differently differently explained if it is from the personality and from the design, you know, like does it mean different thing? Like, for example, if I have a design gate from the 16, let's use this one because I already mentioned it. And then if somebody else has it from the design side and I have it from the personality, what is the main difference between our gate that we both have it?
Yeah, so personality, the black side, is the conscious side. So first of all, it would be the gate that you recognize much more. Yeah, like okay, 16, gate of skills. So you're always, moving on with your skills also because it's personality, you're aware, yeah, that you are here to attain the skills. But also, yeah, would bring the planet, and you see you have it in what is it, Mars, yeah. So Mars is this not ripe planet. It's the planet that's always kind of moves on. It's like a teenager, yeah. It's this energy. It's like, okay, what are the skills? Let's have fun with those and with those. And it's always gonna be like that. It's not like, you're gonna ever grow into some specific skills and stop there. You will
Yeah, that's endless beginner. I like to call.
endless beginner, always wanting to challenge your own skills also. So also in the things you already good with, you always want to bring them to next level and share them with your tribe, yeah, with your network, because it's in the fourth line. So that's a conscious, that's something you know. But the unconscious, yeah, that everything that is red, usually we're acting out of it without any thought behind. We don't know about it. We really don't know. Usually, people, when they're like super focused on their development and knowing themselves, after around 40, 45, they start more and more recognizing those unconscious qualities in them. Yeah, because the second part of life, you get that wisdom and you kind of get to be a friend to yourself when you're on the path. But what is special also about these qualities is that other people see it in us much more than we see it in ourselves. And that's why having a feedback, it's such a crucial part that all of us are seeking for.
Yeah, and when they are totally like when they are totally mixed, like for example 43 and 23, like they are completely combined, what would that mean?
Usually when you have this situation, and actually, yeah, you have it in your nodes. So nodes is this space where we also have those qualities, but also our environments have those qualities, or we are drawn to environments with the qualities we have in our nodes. And usually when you have qualities in both red and black, the unconscious is kind of stronger. So I would say you are so super young, yeah, you're just like turned 30 this year. So I would say that you are still not aware of your ability to structure and to download the knowledge, yeah, with which you can step into this world as a role model. Yeah, so the more you grow, the more you will witness that your own mouth speaks without your thought. Because that is the gift of this channel. Yeah, it's, I think I was talking about it a little bit also with Aniko, yeah, that desire to know, yeah. And the true knowledge really comes as an impulse, as this pulse of knowing, yeah, that comes and goes, yeah, and either you load it into 3D, yeah, to record or write or do something with that knowledge in the now, or it's gonna go forever, yeah. And knowing that actually really helps you to be a friend with all these devices that you use to kind of, yeah, to anchor the knowledge. Yeah. Yay.
Thank you, Yulia.
Okay, who else? Who else would like
Yeah, I would love to have an opportunity. Do I have to do like a hi?
Yay! Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So good to see you. And Deborah also, I know she's
Rachel.
there.
And
Is it okay if did I just like cut in front of everybody, anybody
no,
else, or
no. You're totally, you were one of the first ones to jump in, so please.
oh, I'm so glad I caught you today because yesterday I tried and then there's the time difference and and I got all lost. I didn't know when you had it.
Oh, you're in States now?
No, I'm still in Israel.
Oh, okay. So we have 1 hour now, yeah?
Yeah, 1 hour. But isn't it supposed to change now this weekend for Europe?
For me, it changed already last week.
Okay, so it's just 1 hour difference. All right. Do you have my information or shall I give it to you?
I think I do.
I don't mind giving it to you again. So
Yeah, I went through a major disaster last week where my computer just died literally on me.
oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I know. But yes, I do have because I have backed up like last half a year. So everyone
Yay.
I had a half a year ago are saved. So you're saved.
Okay. I actually just wanted to ask about my incarnation cross. If you could just give a little, like, do your magic and talk a little bit about the incarnation cross.
The cross of alignment. So
Right.
cross of alignment is
How is that supposed to, what does that mean in life? How does it manifest itself? The little bit that I know about it, I'm not quite sure that I've understood it or seen how it works in my life. So
wow, yes, the word alignment is quite a fancy word also. So many people use it lately for different reasons. And
right.
first of all, this cross is in the quarter of initiation. And quarter of initiation literally has to do with your ability to find yourself or the divinity through the mind, yeah, through relationship with the spirit as the mind. So that is like a bigger picture. I'm going from the bigger to the smaller one because that's literally what it is. And I think also 27 belongs to the god Janus, which have like these two faces. Yeah, it's like I'm looking back and I'm looking forward. Is this true or is that true? What is true? So there's always this, yeah, so just narrowing down to alignment is literally the alignment to this or alignment to that. Yeah, and needless to say, I mean, there's like a 2 hour reading on Incarnation Cross with millions of nuances, and usually it takes me more time to prepare than to conduct it. So there are many nuances, yeah, in the Incarnation Cross. But to give you the highlight also, what is 27? Yeah, 27 is all about the nourishment. It's a gate of nourishment. And actually, this is a very famous gate. Everybody knows this gate because when we go on the airplane, we say, first, and we get all this instruction, what's gonna happen to us before we all die, if the plane crashes. They say, put the mask on yourself and then on someone else, and that's literally what is true nourishment is learning to nourish yourself in order to be able to be a savior to other. Yeah, and I say savior specifically in your case because you're a fifth line personality. And I was mentioning before, that if we talk about the true saviors, we always talk about the fifth line personalities. So it is about how do I save the world through saving myself with nourishing and literally raising the quality of life, raising the quality of my own activity so I can also inspire others to be active in the way that is nourishing to them. Yeah, so it's also the energy, you know, if you look at the body graph as a living being, as a transpersonal being, yeah, not just as a human design, but as a design of this whole reality, that 27 is a gate that is in the sacral. And it connects to the 50th gate, which is in the spleen. So speaking normal language, 27 is a very energized like aspect of reality, and 50 is a gate which is a gate of this survival intelligence, very much primordial, yeah, kind of intelligence that's all about intuition, yeah, being intuition, yeah, alignment with reality. So I would say that literally your purpose is to embody the energy that nourishes the process of appearance of the intelligence itself, to be able to give the energy which you're not really a source of, yeah, because as a manifestor you're not a sacral being, but being nourished by good quality sacral energy to be able to nourish others with that. Yeah, so it is a chain. Yeah, just like I was saying to Pia, yeah, like how important it is, the space and people. I mean, actually she brought the notion of space. Yeah, and for you it's about the energy in the space. It's not about people in the space, for example, like for Pia. Yeah, so for you it's more about the energy itself, not as much as the individuals that are there in the space. Yeah, so it's like same, but very, very, very different. Because when there is a correct energy, you are literally nourishing that intelligence, yeah, of everything. Because 50 is the gate that is a gate of the source of all intelligence, the survival intelligence, the mental intelligence, and the emotional intelligence. And so alignment, when we talk specifically about your cross of alignment, it's alignment to what? It's alignment to your own path. Yeah, because it's not like you're here to do and build things. You're not civilization. It's not about alignment with like relationships so much with other people, because you're not a quarter of duality. It's literally alignment with this inner spirit, yeah, that is in the way guides you. But the way you align with the spirit that guides you happens through caring, yeah, through caring about the world. Caring, it's almost like with for your own story, with the history, yeah, with values, yes, because 50 is also the melting pot. What kind of values am I transmitting? And believe me, wow, I was kind of focusing on this question for a while, and I realized this is not a simple question. We all think, yeah, we do this and that because we are like this and that. In reality, so much of it is mechanical. So much of it is just, I'll give you an example that happened to me today, you know, because today is Saturday and I have this ritual of going to the market because I'm not so much at home. So every time I'm here, yeah, I mean, home is basically a place I live in, but most of the time is not even here. So when I am, it's like religiously Saturday market, sitting, watching people enjoying. So I'm buying this garlic, you know, and somehow I didn't choose it. She chose it for me because I was on the other side of the counter. And she gives it to me, and I felt like instantly that I need to double check it. But I was taking also other things, so she put it on top of that garlic, and I just had that sense. But it was just like gentle breeze, you know, it's like came and stayed there, but it didn't like really bother me, but it was there. Imagine what? I come home, I take out all these things, I see this garlic, and it's literally half rotten. Now, I understand that I did not follow my value. in such a little thing and such small things. I don't know how about you girls or guys. Yeah, we have also guys here joining. But for me, these little details, they're huge. They're huge. They're bigger than the huge things, actually. So it's like, okay. So basically, my value of taking care of me overcame that kind of unconscious laziness of taking things out and like restructuring and just double checking. So I didn't check in with my value for such a small thing. But the whole experience is ruined, like that's literally, and it's not so small anymore, and then the mind keeps going and going. And I'm saying this because I know that each and every one go through the same process, because that's what it means to be human and to deal with the mind. Yeah, so that's what it's all about. And another thing, about the alignment and why you really need, it's not like you need, but you are in alignment with the path through the caring. Because when the alignment is there, then the impact is absolutely there as well. Yeah, so the impact is not more an act of effort, it's an effortless process where you're just bringing others in the alignment with themselves. So when you are aligned, that's when you find that
So basically, if I'm well nourished, then I can nourish others.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay.
You are here to basically start looking at what it means to you, the nourishment, what it means to you care, because you are a caretaker in the way. Yeah, you care. I mean, this is your profession. You're taking care of people in the very specific field of life, not about their whole life. Specific. If you're still doing what you used to be doing, yeah,
Still doing it.
you're absolutely caring about people. When you're aligned, they become aligned. They want even more of your impact. That's how you save the world.
Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah. Okay, we have some new people joining. Lucinka is here. Lucinka, hi. Good to see you. And Monica, what Monica is that? I wonder. So, who wants to be next? It's a lot of shy people I'm witnessing here tonight. Ah, Monica, hello, hello. Hey. Yes. So, I'm counting until 5. If nobody's asking, I'm finishing this webinar, okay? 1.
Okay.
1, Aniko.
I would like to ask, beside the shift, what you say that it's not very suitable for me to taking shift, if you can see something what is like something very close to me, in what field or something what is, or there is no sign of that.
No, this is specifically, when we talk about specific things, that's always a matter of inner authority. And that's why I love to repeat that human design is a system for grown-up people who take responsibility for their choices and who are to make a choices from inside. Yeah, from inside. So if you really want the outside guidance, it's a guidance through the question and not a guidance through you are being told what to do.
Not what to do, but for example, like more with nature or more with people or something like this. If you can see something like this from the start.
Sometimes you are with people and there is nature, and sometimes you are in nature and there are people. So I would never ever put those two layers of reality separately because they're always interconnected.
Okay.
Yeah, but something that literally allows your expression is very important, because you have all the middle channels, yeah, very knowledge, yeah, knowledge that changes. There's a lot of nuance, yeah, that we can go to, but that would be the foundation layer that I would love to talk to more. Yeah, Eunice.
Oh, I wanted you to repeat what you said. Human design is for grown-up people who want what?
Who take responsibility for their decision making. So human design gives us tools of how to make decisions, but it never ever says, do this or do that. I can give a lot of recommendations based on the chart, and that's literally what I'm doing here this whole time. But if you notice, I am very much cautious with saying things like, you have to do this and that, or, all of that, because
Oh, yeah.
I can only be outer authority for you, not the inner authority.
Right.
And
Thank you.
only inner authority is always the last stop in your journey, of making a decision. Yeah, okay. So shall I count again? Or anybody else wants to ask?
Can I ask Julia
Yes,
about
Monica.
the cross of the uncertainty?
Uncertainty? You also have a cross of uncertainty like Aniko?
Yeah. You already have talking about that, yeah?
Yes, I talked about it. Let me see. Oh, I don't have your design. I thought I had.
You haven't. Well, it's 3 years ago that we had
Yeah, I
that.
know, but I usually save all of it. That's literally interesting. Did you have another name?
No. Monika Kovacova? Kovakova?
No, it didn't save. So you want to share with me your data?
Yeah, 20th of May, 1973, and 40:15. The time.
15, and
Lohovec. Or Trnava you can put. It doesn't matter.
yeah, I just didn't catch your date.
20th of May.
And year?
73.
So this is pretty crazy. You see, this is what we call the fractal lines. Is literally when there is fractal lines is when we are kind of moving in space and there is this similar frequency that kind of shows up. So what would be the chance that we would talk, how many people? 4, 5, 6 people that we talked with, and 2 of them are born in the same date, because Aniko is also 20 in May. It's like these things like really make me cry, like, oh, I love this reality. It's just so beautiful. I mean, this just like witnessing, the little synchronicities always is always touching. So the uncertainty, and I assume that you experience, even though you came in later, so you didn't hear probably what I talked about with Aniko, and I talked about the uncertainty and not knowing, and the fact that trying to know something and get kind of into it in the way of wanting to fix yourself in there always brings, as a generator, always brings a frustration about yourself, that you don't know, frustration that what you know is already not working, or it's not relevant, and so on and so forth. So I don't know, it's something that can be a source of a great frustration, and I don't know can be a source of great excitement. Yeah, that is something that I would kind of say to both of you, yeah, because you're literally born on the same day. So how do you treat your I don't know?
Mhm.
And it's not like, okay, now Julia asked you, so you found an answer and you stuck with it. No, the question itself is the answer. So keep asking yourself, how do I relate to my I don't know? Am I suffering from it? Or am I excited, for the knowledge to come? Because that's literally what you are here to align with, yeah? Because it's in the quarter of civilization, it means that you are here to, it's the eighth gate, yeah, in the personality sun. Eighth gate is a gate of contribution. So you both really know you have to contribute to this world with helping. Doesn't matter on which level, but it's all about I need to help. I need to contribute myself, my path, my vision, my voice, it's already a lot of details of the body graph of what you're contributing with. But that's where it all starts. Yeah, relax in I don't know. Just relax in it. Get the focus away from not knowing, because you never will. Or you always will, but it will be the different kind of knowledge. So that's the game. Okay? Does that
Because
answer?
it's like I have a lot of doubts, and more doubts I have, there is like alchemic process that the doubts lead me to a process of I am 100% certain and I have to do this, to the trust, so many doubts, and in the end there is a lot of trust. I don't know if I can explain it.
If there is energy and the energy grows there, then of course you go and do it, because that means that you're responding, that your body responds. Because you're here to do just things you respond to.
Yeah.
As a generator, it's not about thinking what is good for you. It's just being a witness of where the energy is.
Yeah. It's all about the body and the experience, not the
And
thinking.
it's about using the mind of catching the response of the body. It's about literally, the more I go, the more I understand. It's about training the mind, training the ability to raise your attention or to be able to direct your attention into the body every given moment. That's
Okay.
where it all starts. Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
You had a question. You're welcome. Good to see you, Monica.
Nice to see you as well.
Yay.
Hi. I was curious what you can tell me about my chart and specifically the cross of I have the right angle cross of service, but I think there's a couple of different ones.
Yeah. So would you like to share your data with me?
Sure. It's June 27, 1971.
June 27,
1971.
1971. Yeah.
7:20 a.m.
7:20. And where?
Moscow, Russia.
Moscow. Okay. Yes. Cross of service. And why exactly? Can I ask you why you're asking about the cross?
Well, I have questions about all parts of the chart, but right now I'm like I started my own business, and there's a lot of things going on in my life, and I kind of wanted to see where am I supposed to go, what direction.
Are you open to share what exactly you started doing?
Sure. I worked as a nurse most of my life, and it was came to work, I knew what I had to do, and got paid and all that stuff. And now I left the hospital and I started my own company as a health coach. So it's a very different situation. And I know as a manifesting generator, I'm supposed to respond. I'm not supposed to initiate. But it feels like being an entrepreneur kind of goes against that that belief. So I am more comfortable responding. So if I just respond, my business doesn't seem to go forward. And also, there's different directions where I can take my business. There's different areas of health that I'm interested in. I'm interested in public speaking about health issues, working one-on-one, working with groups. And I know that I have stillness is supposed to be my strong point, and I am actually also a meditation teacher. I do connect to that idea of helping others through finding stillness. But right now I can't find my own stillness because I feel like my mind is going in all different directions with all the possibilities.
Yeah. So do you meditate on a daily basis?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Great. Well, you see, first of all, you already know a lot about your design, which is really beautiful. Second, not necessarily waiting to respond is nothing is happening, as you said, because it's not true. It's really not true. You are responding all the time. Your body responds all the time. It's always and actually it is the biggest fear of every generator, 70% of population, that nothing is ever going to happen. It is a fear. And when I'm guiding generators, starting from the very, very basic, like foundation reading, that's something that I always mention. Your mind will tell you that it's scary to respond because nothing will happen if you only respond. And the answer to that is that it's not you, Natalie, who responds. It's your body responds, and it does all the time. The question is either your mind and your attention are catching it or not. Exactly what we talked about with Monica a moment ago. So that is one thing, which is absolutely fundamentally important. You're 34, 20. It's the channel that is all over the place. You can open 3 businesses equally successfully maintaining them. You have a lot of energy. You have so much, already happening in your genetic level. That's why you worked 25 years in one of the hardest professions in this world, because I know exactly, I have a really close friend. He, as a guy, works as a nurse for 20 years, and he's like full on, drained, exhausted, full on. Anyways, it's just like that. That the cross of service in the 52, the gate of inaction, inaction. So it's in classic I Ching is a mountain, that moves very slowly, but it does. Is first of all, are you able, to be still in movement? Again, it's a question for meditation. It's a question for observation. It's not a question for answering now. So asking yourself constantly, am I still? Because when you ask yourself, you will actually notice that your mind demands a lot of movement, a lot of events, like a chain of events happening, but actually in all that you're not moving, you'll never be moving ever. And that is that place gives birth to the true service that you can offer to humanity, or to be more specific, to people of your network. People of your network are not only people you know. Those are people with whom you share values, with whom you share similar values, similar way of perceiving reality. In other words, And another way to look at it, yeah, because 52 is a gate that is in the quarter of civilization, which means you're here to build the form. That's probably why you're like, okay, I'm done with working for others. I need to build my own thing, and wanting to kind of, yeah, break through and build something of yours, yeah. It has to do a lot with building something safe environment, safe, yeah. I want to make sure everybody is safe. So specifically and it works really well. And that's why I asked you what exactly you are doing, yeah, just to see if the element of security is there. And that's in fact the core of it, yeah, because what you're doing is you're bringing security to the most important place in our life, yeah, which is our own body. There's no more important place in life than our own body. So you are completely on your way in this sense. Of course, we have to look how you're doing that, and you can initiate things that are a result of your response, and then it can be absolutely correct for you. But the question if whatever you are initiating comes from a response, or it comes from a logical kind of trial and error mental trip, yeah. And how do you know? There's only one way to know, is in the end of the process, whether you feel satisfied or not. Because if there is, and now what is satisfaction? Satisfaction is also not a mental concept, because you think, you make X amount of money and you're satisfied. In fact, have you ever experienced making that X amount of money doing what you didn't want to do and not feeling satisfaction? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is a true satisfaction for you is when in the end of the project and the process, you feel more energy than you started with. As simple.
Well, for example, I had that experience. I offered to give a lecture at a local library, and it was the first time for me public speaking, and it was very successful. And it was a lot of effort, a lot of anxiety about it. But like you said, I felt it went very well, and I felt more energized. I actually felt very accomplished. I felt like I reached a lot of people, and I felt uplifted and more energized by the result. But then I wanted to do more of these lectures, and now I have so much resistance, and it doesn't seem to be coming my way easily. So should I be forcing it? Should I be like reaching out to people, libraries, looking for these opportunities, or should I just lay back and wait for something to sort of come my way?
Are you just on the mental level with that, or you actually tried to go to the library and see how it kind of?
I have a lot of resistance. I went to one library and then I wrote them a proposal and I didn't hear from them. So it's like I have a lot of internal resistance to doing all this. And there's many others that I could reach out to, but I haven't. Just feeling like a lot of it doesn't come easily to me. It's not something that I want to do. I want to give speeches. I want to do more of that sharing of information with others. But making it happen seems to meet a lot of resistance.
Yeah, did you think of collaborating with someone who can do that part of work for you?
I don't know of anybody who would do that.
Did you think of trying to find anybody who you
I
don't know?
I thought about it. I don't know who can collaborate with me on this. This one speech just happened. This is like sometimes people things just like happen. And I have the easy breezy genius, right? And sometimes I really feel like it really resonates with me. I went to an event and I just met this person, and it turns out she works in the library, and I said, oh, I always wanted to give a talk at the library, and she's like, let's make it happen. And it just happened. I didn't have any effort getting that job. But now it seems like that I like things to be easy breezy.
Yeah, everybody likes them, and you see that was absolutely correct process. Yeah, so
Mhm.
you brought things up and someone responded, you responded, so that was
Mhm.
natural. And if it's hard for you, then you are to delegate it. Just as simple as that. Bring it out. Just bring
Mhm.
it out. Just keep talking about it. Not here, maybe there. If not there, maybe somewhere else. Because a lot of what comes to you, just like this instance, happens through the people you know.
Mm.
Yeah. So if you don't know person you need, you start asking everybody. If anybody knows someone you need, just like that. And you
Mhm.
know, it can take one day, it can take 1 year. You know, sometimes we're looking for our whole life for somebody. But if you are not ready to make things happen themselves, then you will find someone who will do it for you. You know?
Mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
absolutely. It always works like that. Just like, you know, for me creating this webinar, I did not create it. I have Lisa here, you know, she's my
Mhm.
assistant. She helps me to do all the things I'm not good at. I'm not good at sending and making landing pages and sending emails. So she's here, you know, and she supports me.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And with Microsoft Service, any words of wisdom where that
Well, I
plays in?
told you it's a service to the world of forms, so it's a very concrete stuff. But one more element that really catches my eye is that your service is always very logical. It's basically you watching the world of form, creating patterns of how these forms are operating and transmitting these patterns to the world. Logic
Mm.
logic patterns, and your ability to see logic patterns that work and to see logic patterns that don't work. And in fact, those that don't work may be even more important than they do, than the ones
Mm.
that do. Okay?
Thank you. That's very helpful. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And I just saw our time, and that it's already our time is coming to the end. So I would just love to kind of repeat, yeah, that those of you who didn't hear, that if you would like to go deeper into your designs in this little group, in a much, much smaller group, because I'm aiming to maximum to 4 people, so we can go deeper. You're very welcome to talk to me, to schedule a call, and I'll give you much more detail about this process that I can take you on. And if you're looking also for a personal reading or any kind of recommendation of a source, you know where to find me. So I'm glad that all of you came, and I hope it was an inspirational way to spend an evening. And you're the best. I love you. Thanks for being here. Ciao, everyone.
Where
Thank
do we find
you.
you? Your website?
Yeah, or you can write me an email. Okay? Or website or email. Do you
What's
have
the
my
website?
website?
I don't have either.
You don't have either. How did you end up being here?
Oh, no, I guess I must have got an email. Is that email something I can respond to?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or let me really quickly write it to you here in the chat, my website.
Okay.
So you can also, here it is.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Do you have it?
I think so.
So you
Yeah.
can just copy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're really welcome. And welcome with every questions, guys. You know, human design is my language, and I'm glad to serve with this language, with this tool, if it feels correct for you to be nourished by it. So again, thanks everyone for being here. I love you, and
Thank you.
hopefully see you soon. Yay. Ciao. Bye bye.